Welcome to Senior Health and Happiness, where we believe that aging can be graceful, strong, and joyful. Let's take care of your health, one simple habit at a time. Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed that some mornings your joints feel stiff for no reason? Or maybe after a heavy dinner, you wake up feeling more tired than usual. Maybe foggy, or a bit off. These aren't just signs of aging. Sometimes they're signs that your body is quietly fighting something. Deeper inflammation. 1. What is inflammation? And why it matters? After 60, we often hear the word inflammation. But what does it really mean? Most people think of swelling or redness after a cut. That's one type, called acute inflammation. It's your body's natural defense. It comes to help, then leaves once the job is done. But there's another type, chronic inflammation. And it's much more subtle. It's like your body is stuck in a low-level alert, constantly on guard, even when there's no real danger. Over time, this type of inflammation wears your body down, quietly, slowly. And especially after age 60, it can affect your quality of life. That's because your immune system naturally weakens as you age. So your body has a harder time shutting inflammation off. And when that happens, it can affect nearly everything. Your joints, your heart, your memory, even your mood. Let me introduce you to Helen. Helen is 68. She loves gardening and crossword puzzles. Lately, she's noticed more stiffness in the morning and some fatigue that lingers through the day. Nothing major, but enough to slow her down. Her doctor told her something surprising. It might not be aging, it might be inflammation. She thought, inflammation? But I'm not sick. That's the tricky part. You don't always feel it. But inside, inflammation can quietly contribute to arthritis, heart disease, memory problems, even depression. Helen made small changes in her diet, less sugar, more veggies, cooked with olive oil instead of butter. Within weeks, her knees hurt less. She had more energy. She even said, "I feel like myself again." That's what understanding inflammation can do. It gives you a sense of control, a reason to hope. Now, let's look at how inflammation shows up in real life. One of the most common signs? Joint pain, especially in the morning. Inflammation in the joints makes movement stiff and painful, even simple things like opening a jar or climbing stairs. Then there's heart health. Inflammation can cause plaque to build in arteries. That raises the risk of heart attacks and strokes. In the brain, chronic inflammation can lead to memory problems, even cognitive decline. Have you ever felt foggy, even after a good night's sleep? That might not be aging alone. Inflammation may be involved. Fatigue is another clue. Feeling tired, even when you haven't done much, could mean your body is busy fighting silent inflammation. Let's stop here for a moment. Think about how you've been feeling. Are your joints stiffer than they used to be? Do you get tired more easily? Has your memory felt a little off? If you nodded yes to any of these, don't worry. You're not alone. And there's something you can do. The first step is knowing what's happening in your body. The second step is using food and daily habits to help calm that inflammation. Gently, naturally. That's what we'll explore in this video. Next, we'll look at the foods that silently fuel inflammation. Some of them may already be in your kitchen. But this isn't about guilt. It's about awareness. Once you know what to avoid, you'll feel more confident and more in control of your health. Let's take that next step together. Tartan 2, the hidden enemies, foods that fuel inflammation. Now that we've talked about what inflammation is, let's turn to one of the biggest triggers, food. The truth is, some of the foods we eat every day may be quietly fueling inflammation without us even realizing it. Let me paint a picture. It's morning. You pour yourself a bowl of cereal, splash on some milk, and add a little flavored creamer to your coffee. Seems harmless, right? But in reality, that simple breakfast may be full of hidden sugars, artificial ingredients, and processed grains. Over time, those ingredients can increase inflammation in your body, not overnight, but slowly, silently. Let's talk about some of the biggest culprits. Refined sugar is everywhere, not just in desserts, but in bread, pasta sauce, salad dressings, and even healthy snacks. Too much sugar leads to spikes in blood sugar. That causes your body to release insulin and inflammatory chemicals. And when this happens day after day, your joints, blood vessels, and even brain can feel the effects. Try swapping sweetened foods with fresh fruit, cinnamon, or a little raw honey. Small changes make a big difference. Trans fats and processed oils. For years, margarine and shortening were seen as healthy, but we now know better. Trans fats increase bad cholesterol, lower good cholesterol, and inflame the arteries. They're often found in fried foods, packaged snacks, and some baked goods. Even common vegetable oils like soybean or corn oil can promote inflammation, especially when used at high heat. Instead, try cooking with olive oil, avocado oil, or even a small amount of real butter, refined carbohydrates, white bread, white rice, pasta, crackers. These foods are made from refined grains, which quickly turn into sugar in your body. That sugar spike can increase inflammation and leave you feeling tired and hungry again soon after eating. Choose whole grains instead, like oats, brown rice, or quinoa. They digest more slowly and help reduce inflammation. Processed meats, bacon, sausages, hot dogs, and deli meats often contain preservatives and nitrates. These compounds irritate your body, especially the digestive system and blood vessels. Processed meats have been linked to heart disease, cancer, and chronic inflammation. If you enjoy meat, go for fresh cuts like chicken, turkey, or wild-caught fish. Artificial sweeteners and additives. Many sugar-free or diet products contain artificial sweeteners like aspartame or sucralose. While they're marketed as healthy, they can confuse your body and disrupt gut health, which can increase inflammation. Food dyes and preservatives found in packaged foods can have similar effects. Stick with real ingredients you recognize. If you can't pronounce it, maybe skip it. Too much alcohol. A glass of wine now and then may be fine, but drinking regularly can inflame your liver and weaken your immune system. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to alcohol. Try to limit drinks to just a few per week and always balance with water. Healthy. Foods that aren't so healthy. Watch out for foods that seem good, but aren't. Some granola bars, flavored yogurts, or whole grain breads are packed with sugar, oils, and additives. Always read the label. The fewer ingredients, the better. Let me tell you about Margaret. She's 74 and used to eat bran muffins, frozen diet meals, and flavored yogurt every day. But she still felt bloated, tired, and a little foggy. After watching a video like this, she switched to cooking simple meals, roasted vegetables, lean proteins, and fruit. Within weeks, she felt lighter, slept better, and had more energy to enjoy her days. It wasn't a strict diet, just awareness and small swaps. And now, you can do the same. Pick 1 or 2 ingredients you'd like to swap this week. No pressure, no guilt, just curiosity. Remember, awareness is the first step toward change. And once you reduce foods that cause inflammation, your body has more space to heal. Next, we'll dive into the fun part, the foods that help your body feel better. Healing doesn't have to be boring. It can be full of color, flavor, and joy. Let's explore that in the next section. 3. The healing plate. Anti-inflammatory foods. Seniors should embrace. We've talked about what to limit or avoid. Now comes the uplifting part. Let's talk about the foods that help your body heal. Not only are these foods rich in nutrients, they're also colorful, tasty, and easy to prepare. You don't need to eat perfectly. Just begin adding more of these into your day. Bit by bit, your body will thank you. Colorful vegetables. nature's medicine. Vegetables are powerful, inflammation fighters. Leafy greens like spinach and kale are loaded with vitamins and antioxidants. Carrots, bell peppers, and sweet potatoes offer fiber and natural anti-inflammatory compounds. The color isn't just pretty, it's a sign of healing power. If raw salads are hard to chew, try roasted or steamed veggies instead. Roasting brings out a natural sweetness that's easier on the stomach and more enjoyable. Try this. Roast carrots, broccoli, and zucchini with a little olive oil. Simple, nourishing, and delicious. Berries and fruits, sweet with a purpose. Berries like blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries are packed with antioxidants. They help reduce stress in your cells and support memory and brain function. Other fruits, like oranges, apples, and cherries, also have gentle anti-inflammatory effects. Choose whole fruits over juices. The fiber helps slow down sugar absorption. One easy idea: oatmeal topped with blueberries and a few walnuts. A perfect healing breakfast. Omega-3 rich fish, fuel for heart and mind. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and trout are rich in omega-3s. These healthy fats reduce inflammation in your joints, heart, and brain. If you don't cook much, canned salmon or mackerel is a great start. Add it to a salad or mash it with lemon and herbs for a spread. Fish once or twice a week can make a big difference in both mood and energy. Nuts and seeds, tiny but mighty walnuts, almonds, flax seeds, and chia seeds may be small, but they're full of healing. They contain healthy fats and fiber that support your heart and reduce inflammation. You only need a small handful a day. Add them to yogurt, oatmeal, or enjoy as a snack. Try sprinkling chia seeds into a smoothie or a bit of ground flaxseed onto your cereal. Olive oil, a healthy fat you can love. Not all fats are harmful. Olive oil is one of the best. It's rich in monounsaturated fats and a natural compound called oleocanthal, known to reduce inflammation. Use it in cooking, salad dressings, or even a drizzle over cooked vegetables. It's tasty, satisfying, and far better than processed oils or margarine. Spices and herbs, flavor that heals. Turmeric is one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatories. Add it to soups, stir-fries, or even your morning eggs. To help your body absorb it better, pair it with black pepper. Other helpful herbs include ginger, cinnamon, garlic, and rosemary. They add flavor and healing, all in one. Try this. Brew a warm turmeric and ginger tea in the afternoon. It's soothing and good for your joints. Whole grains and legumes, comforting and kind swap. White bread and pasta for whole grains like oats, quinoa, and brown rice. They release energy slowly and reduce blood sugar spikes. Lentils, black beans, and chickpeas are also great. They're soft, full of fiber, and support gut health. They're easy to cook and budget-friendly too. Think of soups, stews, or one-pot meals that are gentle, warm, and nourishing. Make it simple. Make it yours. You don't need to follow strict rules. Just start by adding a few healing foods to each meal. Think in colors. Think in textures. Think in kindness. Let me tell you about Tom and Sandra. They're in their early 70s and didn't want to go on a diet. So they made small shifts. Olive oil instead of butter, more veggies on their plates, and one fish meal a week. They said their energy improved. Tom's knees hurt less. Sandra said she started sleeping better. It wasn't a diet. It was a change in rhythm. A way of eating that respected their bodies. You can do the same. No pressure. Just intention. Start with what feels easy. Then build from there. Because healing doesn't come from doing everything at once. It comes from doing one small thing, again and again. And that's how food becomes medicine. 4. Your daily routine. Building an anti-inflammatory meal plan. Now that we know what to eat, let's talk about how to fit those foods into your day. You don't need a complicated plan. You just need a simple rhythm, a few consistent habits that help your body feel its best. Let's walk through one day. From breakfast to dinner. Simple, gentle, achievable. Morning. A healing start. Breakfast sets the tone for your day. Instead of toast and jam or sugary cereal, try something warm and steady. A bowl of oatmeal with blueberries, walnuts, and a dash of cinnamon, or a smoothie with spinach, banana, chia seeds, and almond milk. These meals fuel your brain and body without spiking your blood sugar. And they taste good, naturally sweet, nourishing, and easy to prepare. Midday, a balanced lunch. At lunch, aim for balance. That means protein, fiber, healthy fat, and color on your plate. Try grilled salmon, steamed vegetables, and quinoa with olive oil and lemon, or a vegetable soup with lentils and a slice of whole grain toast. Even leftovers from last night can become a healing lunch. Think in terms of building blocks, something fresh, something filling, and something full of color. Afternoon, snacks that support you. Afternoon cravings are real, but they don't have to derail your progress. Keep snacks simple and nourishing. A handful of almonds, an apple with almond butter, a cup of ginger tea and a few walnuts, a small bowl of berries. These snacks support your joints and energy levels without added sugar or processed ingredients. They also help prevent that mid-afternoon slump. Evening, a gentle dinner. Dinner doesn't need to be big, it needs to be calming. A small piece of baked fish, roasted sweet potatoes, and steamed greens is perfect. Or a chickpea stew with turmeric, garlic, and olive oil. Use herbs to add flavor. And don't be afraid to keep it simple. Eating earlier in the evening also helps your body rest better at night. Evening treats, the healthy way. Yes, you can still enjoy something sweet. Try a bowl of cherries or dark chocolate with walnuts. Or make a cup of golden milk, warm almond milk with turmeric and cinnamon. These choices feel like treats, but they still help calm inflammation. They're also comforting, especially in the quiet of evening. Hydration. Don't forget to drink. Inflammation worsens when the body is dry. Aim for 6 to 8 cups of water a day. Herbal teas count too. Add lemon, mint, or cucumber slices if plain water feels boring. If you drink coffee, keep it moderate, and be careful with added sugars or flavored creamers. And if you enjoy a glass of wine, keep it to 1 or 2 servings per week. Let rhythm replace rules. You don't need strict rules. Start small. 1 anti-inflammatory meal per day is a powerful beginning. Maybe breakfast becomes your anchor, or lunch. You might batch cook a veggie soup every Sunday and eat it through the week. You're not trying to be perfect. You're trying to be kind to yourself. Let the changes be easy. Let them fit your life. Real stories, real change. Take Clara, for example. She's 76 and never really cooked before. She started with oatmeal in the morning, then learned how to roast vegetables. Now she makes simple soups and feels proud of every meal. She said, "It's not just my body that feels better. I feel more capable again." That's the heart of this approach. It empowers you. 1 meal at a time, 1 choice at a time. Food as a gift, not a burden. This isn't about restriction. It's about restoration. When you eat with care, your body listens. Your joints ache less. Your brain feels clearer. Your energy returns. You begin to feel like you again. And isn't that the goal? In the next part, we'll go even further, beyond food, to explore how movement, rest, and connection also help calm inflammation. Your lifestyle matters just as much as your plate, and there's so much you can do, gently, joyfully, starting right where you are. 5. Beyond food, lifestyle habits that reduce inflammation. Food is powerful, but it's only part of the picture. Your daily habits, how you move, how you sleep, how you manage stress, all affect inflammation too. Let's explore how lifestyle choices can help calm your body from the inside out. And the best part, many of these are free, simple, and start right where you are. Move a little, heal a lot. Movement is one of the most effective anti-inflammatories available. No prescription needed. You don't need to jog or join a gym. Gentle, regular movement is enough. A 15-minute walk after breakfast, Stretching your arms and legs in a chair, marching in place while the kettle boils. These small moments improve circulation, reduce stiffness, and lower stress hormones. One viewer, James, 81, told us, "I started walking to the mailbox and back. Now I walk around the block. I feel younger." That's the power of consistent, kind movement. Sleep, your body's nighttime repair. While you sleep, your body heals. It reduces inflammation, restores energy, and balances hormones. But many older adults struggle with sleep. If that's you, try creating a wind-down routine. Lower the lights an hour before bed. Avoid screens late at night. Sip calming tea like chamomile or ginger. Take 5 deep breaths before getting under the covers. Even if your sleep isn't perfect, the act of slowing down helps your body feel safe. And when your body feels safe, it heals better.
Stress, the quiet inflammation. Trigger chronic stress keeps your body in fight or flight mode. That raises cortisol, a hormone that increases inflammation over time. You may not feel stressed, but your body might be holding on to tension. You can help by creating little moments of peace.
Try this. Sit in silence for 3 minutes each morning. Listen to soft music. Write down one thing you're grateful for. Spend time in nature, even on a front porch. One of the best remedies for stress. A slow, deep breath. Try inhaling through your nose for 4 seconds, holding for 4, and exhaling for 6. Repeat 3 times. Feel the shift. Connection. The anti-inflammatory power of people loneliness doesn't just hurt the heart, it affects the whole body. Studies show that isolation increases inflammation and weakens the immune system. But connection helps. Even small interactions make a difference. A phone call with a friend, a visit with family, a chat with a neighbor, joining a book club or walking group, or even leaving a comment on a video like this one. One viewer, Linda, shared, "I thought I had to do it all alone. But when I started connecting again, my mood lifted, and so did my energy." You don't need a crowd. You just need a few warm connections that remind you you matter. Joy, rhythm, and light healing isn't only physical, it's emotional too. Let joy be part of your anti-inflammatory lifestyle. Watch a show that makes you laugh. Sit in the sun for 10 minutes. Water your plants. Play music from your youth. Your body responds to joy with calm, with peace, with balance. And joy is a form of medicine too. So as you go through each day, ask yourself, what brings me comfort? What lifts my heart? Make space for that, even just a little. Everything counts, even the small stuff. Here's what I want you to remember. Every deep breath, every cup of tea, every short walk, every kind thought. It all adds up. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be present. Because your body is listening, and it responds to love, to care, and to consistency. In the next and final part, we'll bring it all together. We'll help you start with just a few easy steps, no overwhelm, no pressure, to begin building a healthier, more joyful life. You're closer than you think. 6. Getting started. Small steps, big changes. You've come a long way in this video, and I want to pause for a moment and say, well done. You've just taken in a lot of helpful information. That's no small thing. But now, let's bring it back to something simple. Where do you begin? The answer is, start small. You don't have to change everything overnight. You don't need a perfect routine. You just need one small step, and then another. Step 1. One gentle swap. Pick one thing to change in your daily meals. Maybe it's replacing white toast with oatmeal. Maybe it's choosing olive oil instead of margarine, or adding a few berries to your breakfast. Don't wait for the right time. Just begin, gently. Your body will notice. You will too. Step 2. A movement moment. Each day, choose one. Time during your day to move, even for just 5 minutes. You could walk after lunch, stretch before bed, march in place during commercials. The movement doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to happen. Let it be part of your rhythm, like brushing your teeth or turning on the radio. Step 3. A pause for peace. Each day, find 5 quiet minutes to breathe, reflect, or smile. Write down one thing you're thankful for. Sip tea by the window, or close your eyes and breathe deeply. That small pause helps lower inflammation and raise your sense of calm. You don't need to do it all, just something. Many people feel they need a perfect plan to begin, but perfection often leads to inaction. Start with what feels light, feels kind, feels doable. The goal isn't fast results, it's steady healing, the kind that happens from the inside out. Let's recap your new tools. You now know what inflammation is and how it affects your body, which foods make it worse, and which ones help, how to create a gentle meal plan day by day, how sleep, stress, movement, and connection support healing, and most of all, how small steps create big change. And remember, this isn't a diet. It's not a set of rules. It's a way of caring for yourself. With each bite, with each breath, with each decision made in love, not pressure. A word of encouragement. Aging doesn't mean giving up control of your health. It means listening more closely, honoring your body with patience and compassion, and realizing healing is always possible, no matter your age. One viewer, George, wrote to us and said, "I started with a cup of ginger tea every night. That one habit changed how I sleep, how I eat, and how I feel in my own skin." That's the beauty of one step. It leads to another and another. And before you know it, you're not just surviving, you're living well. You're not alone. Here at Senior Health and Happiness, we're walking this path with you. You're part of a community of older adults choosing to live stronger, lighter, and more empowered every day. Your story matters. And your next step, no matter how small, is worth celebrating. Thank you for spending your time with Senior Health and Happiness. Until next time, stay strong, stay curious, and most of all, stay kind to yourself. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and share it with someone you care about. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one small habit you're adding to your daily routine? Your story might inspire someone else.